Hello, my name is Mariana and this is our reading today for Aries. So Aries, I'm doing your reading as always with my own deck, so the cards that you'll see are from this deck. So Aries, today I'm feeling a little bit uncomfortable with the tone of your message because I feel like you are about to step into a very critical moment in your journey. And yeah, that just might be not the most pleasant thing. But it seems to me that you are going to be the messenger of maybe not so great news that are responsible for bringing the truth. And, you know, first of all, the first thing that I was sensing from the message that was starting to come up for you, Aries, here today, although I know it's not comfortable, is that sometimes truth can be so sharp, so agonizing, so painful that people usually tend to look away from truth, right? Tend to, I don't know, maybe fool themselves or, hide the truth just not to face whatever is, is truthful, but also it's like it can be very heartbreaking sometimes, right? Or it's almost like the death of an illusion, and that really fits into what I'm seeing in the cards for you. Because, well, I'm going to show you the first card because yes, it is the death card. And this speaks volumes today, but in silence, right? It's like that excruciating silence that you don't want to face this. You don't want to, it's almost like you're trying to postpone this critical moment, like at any cost. I'm sensing, I feel like there is enormous resistance on your part. And, I thought at first when I heard these words, critical moment, coming from this card, Aries, for you, I thought, you were receiving perhaps some signals that, your life is about to undergo great change, or this really significant transformation, right? Just because it is the death card. But I was feeling the discomfort really come in a weird way from this card, because I feel like, and this is actually showing up in the next cards, but it's like there is something that is about to be revealed with the Ace of Swords. So this critical moment is a moment of truth, right? This is what these two cards are talking about. And it's like as simple as that, as direct and straightforward as it can be. So you are about to step into this phase, into this critical moment. It's almost like that if you open this door, it's almost like opening a can of worms, right? Or a Pandora's box. You know that things will get messy, or things that were kept secret or were buried, essentially. It's interesting because I feel like this is something that has been coming up, right, since the Aquarius reading about this digging up the dirt. And so this is what I'm sensing. It's like there is a critical moment that, okay, so what I just heard, I'm trying to be as careful as I can with my words today, because I know that being a critical moment, I don't want to spook you in any way, right? Or to scare you. But what I just heard with these two cards, it's almost like waking up the dead, right? And it doesn't mean like necessarily going to a graveyard or anything like that. It could be just, bringing up a dead subject or something that has been buried long ago, right? Especially if we are talking about a piece of truth that was kept secret or was buried, maybe because it wasn't proper, or you didn't know how to cope with that truth, right? So now is the inevitable moment where you, and I'm saying this because of this card coming next, the Knight of Swords, this is you, Aries. And to me, it was clarifying a lot of things, because essentially with these two cards, I didn't have a clear understanding of whether this was going to happen to you, or or you would be the deliverer, you would be the messenger of this moment of truth, of this piece of truth that was buried so long ago. And actually, it's like, that you are the only one who can unbury this, who can uncover this, maybe because you were the one who buried it in the first place, so you know where to find this truth. So, but it is incredibly uncomfortable. I am feeling, it's almost like I don't want to record this message, right? I don't want to speak these words out loud because I don't want to touch this sharp truth, right? That can be potentially very like a defining critical moment, right? That can change everything from now on. And that's the thing also, I don't know exactly what we're talking about here. The thing that I know, because of this card, the Six of Pentacles, is that it's part of your, it's almost like this is your job. This is what it was agreed to. It's like maybe we're talking about a professional contract, a deal, but I'm not, it's almost like I don't have this positive confirmation, at least intuitively, about what subject we're talking about here. I feel like it could be in any area of your life, really, but it feels like there is a contract or a relationship, or like an exchange between people, right? It's like, I'll give you this and you give me that, right? It's like there is this exchange with the Six of Pentacles. And I mean, it feels, because of the pentacle suit, it feels pretty much like something that was maybe, written in a contract, or, agreed verbally, or it's like it doesn't feel like, soul contract or something like that, but it could be. It just feels like something very mundane and very practical. And you are going to be, it's like delivering this piece of truth is part of the deal that you agreed to, right? So now you have to fulfill your part of this. It's like, now, whatever it is that you, it's like, even if you didn't know that it would get to this point, now it's here. It's inevitable. You signed this deal. It's like there is somebody expecting that you will, it's like you will fulfill your part, right? So, and I don't know if bringing this message to this one is part of it. It could be, but I don't know. It's like, I don't know who is the one that you will have to give this message to, if it's this one or not. And maybe it could be both, because I'm just sensing like there is not, not one or the other are just, weighing more than the other. Essentially, like, whoever it is that you have to say something, maybe very honestly, or very, uncover something or reveal something that is extremely delicate, very sharp. It's almost like it feels like opening a can of worms, right? And bringing change with this piece of truth that you are revealing now. But it's like you agreed to this. Now you have to go for it, right? But you're trying to postpone it. That's the thing, because you know that it is uncomfortable. It's almost like you thought this day would never come, or maybe you thought your part of the deal would never, it's like would never really happen, or you would not have to get to this place. I don't know. I don't know what you agreed to, but in a sense, now you're being called to fulfill it, right? And it is part of the deal. So this Six of Pentacles feels something that is kind of, you cannot go around it, or you cannot not want to do it, or you cannot say that you are that you do not agree with it anymore, right? It's almost like you received the part that you were promised to receive, and now you have to give this, which is give this message. So maybe we are talking about, you know, maybe you were planning to just break this contract, and this is the uncomfortable piece of truth that you need to reveal. But it's like, you know, that maybe this is not going to be really well received, right, by the other party, because in a sense what I'm getting is like they gave what they promised, now it's your turn, and now maybe you don't agree anymore with what was written, right? So yeah, I feel like there is a lot of discomfort from your part, Aries, and I'm so sorry, but it feels like there is no way around it, right? It's like you will have to be incredibly brave to speak this truth. And, you know, whether it is to this person who you are, you know, disagreeing now, essentially, or it's almost like it's better to be honest, okay? Even though it can be very, very, very uncomfortable. So don't be scared. 10 of Swords, Tower, 8 of Swords. I know traditionally all of these three cards are very, very hard, are incredibly tough, are a huge challenge. And I cannot discard this storyline or this atmosphere of tension and stress and worry and fear and just lack of comfort, right? Maybe lack of confidence too. With the 10 of Swords, especially, you know, because we have swords here, and it's almost like you have the one key that is shutting everything that is also secretive, or, you know, is also being shut. You have the key to open this huge thing, right? And you were the one who has this job, essentially, and you were the one who knows the consequences, the very stressful consequences of opening this. Because what, you know, you're bringing with this moment of truth, with this revelation, which you were it's like you're the messenger of this uncomfortable revelation, this uncomfortable truth. Because the moment that you open it, right, it feels like breaking a contract in a sense, right? Or breaking an agreement, essentially, because it's like as soon as you open it, as soon as you speak it, as soon as you share this, you know that whoever is listening, whoever is receiving what you're saying is going to, well, whether they're going to be shocked, or they're going to be stunned, or they're going to be just, you know, I feel like their reaction is likely not to be that positive. So I feel like you know this already, right? That's why you were so uncomfortable from the beginning. But that's the thing. It's like, if you try to go around this tower, you will face, oh my God. It's almost like I don't want to speak. I don't want to translate this message. Maybe I'll just discard this reading completely. Who knows? Oh God. If you try to go around the tower, right? If you try to make your way and not face this head on. If you go one way, you will find the 10 of Swords. If you go the other way, you will find the 8 of Swords. So either way, it's like, it is pretty uncomfortable. It is, it's not encouraging. I know, Aries. And so what I want to say to you is that the more honest you are with yourself, knowing that this is going to be uncomfortable, that this is going to require a lot of you, right? A lot of just sincerity. And it's like, don't be afraid of the reaction of the other. Like, be in this knowing that by giving this message, by being this this messenger, you are fulfilling, in a sense, your part. Not exactly maybe how it was agreed to in the beginning, but this is you going through the tower, right? And to me, the tower is usually a place where you feel safe, right? So it's almost like, yes, it is a huge challenge. Yes, it is something that, you know, well, we already knew this from the beginning, right? It's like you are unburying some kind of truth that is there. It's going to change things, right? It's going to change things, maybe relationships with people that trusted in you, or maybe you trusted in them. And by now, it's like by now uncovering something that has been kept in the dark, right? You are opening up this door to the Death card, and it's like you are bringing up this subject that is not pleasant at all. But going through it is better than trying to maneuver your way around it, right? Because either way, you are going to face I don't want to say like a clash, but maybe, you know, maybe they're not going to be as happy, right, with the things that you're bringing up, right? So, but knowing that through this tower, it's like the more that you reveal, right? Because bringing up one truth is almost like this string, right, that keeps on bringing truth and, you know, other things that were kept secret and that are not comfortable at all. But you know that at some point, it's like once you choose the hard path, right, it's almost like there is no easy path here. I'm sorry to say that, Aries, but there is one path that is, it's almost like that is going to change things once and for all. It's almost like it's going to free you from, it's like from keeping things secret, or from, it's like trying to keep this buried, right? And so ending here with the 8 of Swords, it's interesting because, you know, this card is also not that easy or not that comfortable. But what I was seeing, it's like, you know, those bridges on, you know, old medieval castles that, you know, they went down over a river or a channel or something like that, you know, and it's like this movable bridge. I don't know exactly the name of it, but it felt like that. So in a sense, it's like, if you try to go around it, this bridge will not be there. It's only if you, it's like you have to go to the bottom of it, right? You have to unbury every single thing that was a secret. And from then on, it's like you are crossing this difficult period, right? This critical moment, a moment of revelation, a moment of truth, a moment of being the messenger of some harsh truth, some sharp truth, right? And walking, it's like walking away, freeing yourself, let it all behind, right? But you have to go through it. There is no other way, Aries. So we'll see. I'm going to pull more cards, and hopefully we'll see what happens once you walk away from this difficult period, this challenging moment of yours. So I'm going to pull more cards, and also I'm going to pull from the astrological runes in the extended reading. So if you want to join me there, I'll be happy to see you. If not, I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.